back. I'd like to welcome everybody back to the Stat Junkies podcast. It's the one and only, the Stat Guru, a.k.a. Mr. Wednesday Night, a.k.a. your favorite sports podcaster. Yeah, I went there. And, of course, a little different, as you see. It's just me up here. But don't worry, I got Gentry on the phone as always. Say what's up, G.
What up, world?
And you know, of course, we had to bring Coach Kai.
The one and only, man, the coach.
Yes, sir. Now, unfortunately, Michael couldn't join us. He's busy with baseball. I understand it. Take your son, do what you need to do. Much respect. Hopefully, one of these times he can get back on the podcast with us. But I understand baseball come first. I'm not mad about it. But
that time of year, my man.
Hey, if anybody understands, it's you. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and let's start off with boxing. And first, I know Kai, you didn't watch it, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask Gentry, what was your overall thought of how they did the New York boxing scene in the middle of Times Square, the ring? Go ahead, the whole pay-per-view, grade it, and let us know how you feel about it.
Oh man, the grade on it was an F for sure. I don't know where they came up with that setup. It could never be me. As much as the big names that was on that card and the little crowd they had set up with the big walls around, oh man, it was crazy. And not even that. I mean, now what I did like is how they was pulling up in a little old school cars and all that of the New York theme. But other than that, man, it was I couldn't. If you ain't had money, you wasn't there. And it was built for a pay-per-view. Like I don't know, I ain't like it.
And Kai, to fill you in, picture a high school boxing event. 4 rows, regular chairs, all around the ring. And then big ass walls with advertisements around you, so you can't see from the outside. And
I understand what they're trying to do. You know, make you pay the ticket to see it, but I don't understand it. You know, when you're trying to grow a game, you got to let people see. And 95% of the population don't got that type of money. You feel me? So like, it just don't make sense to me.
And don't even get us started about the card, because to remind you, Timo Lopez did fight on it. He was probably the best fight of the night. He handled his dude. But then you had Devin Haney fight Jose Ramirez, if I'm correct, or something like that.
Yep.
And bro, it might be tied for the most boring match ever. With up there with Shakur.
Oh man, throw him in there. It was that boring.
Like, that thing was trash. Then you had the Canelo fight to top it off. No, that was, let me not skip ahead. You had the Ryan Garcia and Rolly Ramirez fight. And that just exposed Ryan Garcia to let me know that he did not practice any boxing that year suspension. He didn't do nothing.
He definitely surprised me. I ain't gonna lie. And it was like the whole fight. I'm like, Ryan, throw your hands. Like, I know, I see it. You want to do it, but I don't know. It's like he didn't want to throw his hands. Like, you know, you way faster than this dude. Like,
hey, people say it was because without the PEDs, you can say the difference. You can see the difference. Do you think it was that was the difference right there?
I mean,
me personally, I don't think so.
He didn't look as big as he did, I'll tell you that.
I can agree with that. Me personally, it does definitely show, because he did get knocked down once. Then he just looked like he never had the speed that he used to have. And I think that year suspension off, where he was hanging out with streamers like Neon and all them, he wasn't focused on the game. And also, he needs to fire that trainer, Derek Lewis. Whatever he need gone. All right, he fights a defense. He fights an on the back foot approach. That's how he used to fight. So that's how he teaches. And if you looked at that fight, you saw Ryan Garcia sitting on the back foot a lot, never pushing the pressure. But that's also how they train. When you watch their videos, the trainer, Derek Lewis, is never coming forward. He's always sitting back. You feel me? He's never putting some type of pressure on him. So I think he need to fire the trainer too.
Yeah, and if you don't mind me adding, bro, I mean, when Ryan Garcia came on the scene, he was known for that attack mentality. When he got them hands firing, boy, ain't nobody was stopping him. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I agree with you, man. You got to. I mean, you can't. You're trying to play somebody else's game, and it's not working.
It's not you, and he hasn't taught you any defense because your defense doesn't show. You were trying to do a Philly shell 2 fights ago by just turning your back and exposing your whole side and back to the person. This time, I know you remember that, Gentry. Kai probably sent it in the group chat.
And he was getting wailed on the one fight. He kept turning it. All right, give me that rib then.
Hey, but before we get into the Saudi Arabia part of the second pay-per-view, I do want to say, guys, it is official. As of last pod, we are officially on Apple Podcasts under Stat Junkies Sports Podcast.
Woo! Clap that up. Hey, get up there. Flowers.
Yes,
Clap that up one time.
Yes, sir.
It is official. We have officially hit Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify, and we are on YouTube.
Hey.
All the names are Stat Junkies, probably the Stat Junkies Sports Podcast on Apple Music, I know for sure. Other than YouTube, it's just Stat Junkies. So please follow us, show us the love, show us the support. We're trying to build, trying to grow something special, and I think we got something good going on right here.
Definitely. We support the movement and we need it.
And I don't want to go into drop too much detail, but we might have some merch? Question mark. We're just gonna leave it there.
Hey.
We're just gonna leave it there. You might see some shirts because as you see up in the top left-hand corner of the pod, you go ahead and see that new logo we done busted out. Shout out to my cousin Tanessa, came through big with that one. I'm gonna give her a round of applause. She deserves it.
Hey.
Clap it up.
As you see, we got big things going on here, so just follow us, stick with us, and we gonna keep it pushing. Now on to the Saudi Arabia portion of the next night. That pay-per-view from the very beginning was 10 times better than any fight. The night before. But the fight I want to talk about that needs to be talked about is that Canelo Scroll fight. Because my man Scroll, Kai, to put it to you this way, you've probably seen it on ESPN and somewhere on Facebook. My man looked like he signed up for 80 mil to just run around the ring. My man never really attacked Canelo. Never let Canelo attack him. He was basically running. No way around it.
Running. Yeah, his shoes laced.
Hey, make that cheese, I guess. Free cheese.
I'll tell you. Hey, but is that how you want to fight your first main event in front of the Sheikh himself in Saudi Arabia on the big stage? Is that how you want your first performance to go? Because
he probably did. He probably did sell any further opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Because Gentry can attest. He was on the side of the. You could see him standing up, damn near ready to get in the ring. Like, hey, man, y'all need to fight.
Hey, he was about to get in the ring. God, this man stood up and walked up to the ring.
Hey, I've never seen somebody have so much control that I swear on it that he's the one who told the refs. Hey, go to each corner and tell him to start fighting. Like, you could hear the ref go, y'all got to start fighting.
Yeah, hey, no, he stopped the fight, Kai, he stopped the fight and was like, listen, you got to stop running. You got to fight. Now, you know it's crazy when the refs, come on now. Hey, yeah. Like he stopped the fight. Like, look, you gotta fight, man. You gotta stop running so
Hey, you
much.
can tell he was just out there for the bag. He wanted no smoke with Canelo, and for everybody who was saying Canelo didn't look good that night, you try to fight
Oh yeah,
a person running backwards the whole time, trying to
yeah.
run circles
Hey,
around you
Mark,
instead of approaching. Go ahead.
you're right. Not to cut you off, but tell him what happened after the fight
Hey,
when
now
he tried
this.
to shake Canelo's
Hey,
hand.
Canelo straight up looked at him and said some shit like, "Bro, you weak. That is not how you fight." Basically told him, I'm gonna put it in my words. He basically told him, "Quit running around like a little girl. That's not how you fight. Be a man."
Hey, he
Would
wasn't
not
even
shake
hugging.
this
Was
man's
shaking
hand.
hands,
Wouldn't
nothing.
nothing. Dude brought his kid up.
Hey,
Go ahead.
respect to Canelo for standing on business though, keeping it 100.
Well,
You
I
know what
mean,
I'm saying?
Right,
when you're the
right.
co-face of boxing, because I don't like to say Terrence Crawford is the face of boxing, because until Canelo's knocked off, you can't tell me otherwise. But to be the, I'll give So to be the co-main face of boxing, you got to stand on your business. You know, you got to be the one.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Win, lose or lose, because you weren't going. I mean, lose or lose. You weren't gonna get no draw. You weren't gonna win against Canelo. Like, come on now.
Let's get
But you
real.
got to. You getting that big bag.
You got to do something better than what you tried there. Now, this was the most
Yeah.
important thing. None of the fights could have topped this. I don't even care if Canelo got knocked out. Well, probably would have ruined this. But Kai, as I was telling you earlier, and for the people at home that did not watch the pay-per-view, the Sheik himself came into the ring, which we'll talk about this off pod, but he was holding Terrence Crawford's hand the whole time. But he walked in the ring with Terrence Crawford, Terrence Crawford, September 12th. And the promoter of the fight, Dana White.
What?
Yep, the Sheik then went and got Dana White and officially announced Dana White as the promoter.
That's
Oh wow.
crazy.
So you know that promotion about to be epic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Well, because also Dana White has for a long time been trying to get the UFC and stuff into boxing and be a part of like the whole boxing scene too. And they think I read behind the scenes that it might be the start of like the little TKO boxing for a UFC type thing.
I can see that happening. I can see that.
I mean, Dana White's a magician when it comes to building things from the ground up. I mean, the UFC it struggled. You feel me? But I think that'll be good for both sports. You know.
Yeah. I mean, who got the next biggest bag?
Facts.
After the Sheik, you know. And so he going the right way. I like that.
Hold up, I just accidentally hung up on them. Let me get them back. Out here pressing wrong buttons and stuff, you know. 1 second. There's also something going on with a little recorder here, so. All right, that was my fault.
I was about to say, dang, what happened?
Yeah, no, that was all me.
Happening. If you look up, you definitely seeing Dana White, UFC or boxing. It's I know, but it just come with being a promotion, you know.
Hey, appreciate all the people reacting right now to the pod. Just getting notifications about it. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the love and support. But yeah, no, Dana White as a promoter is gonna be epic. My bad, y'all. Something popped up on a little sound recorder. I never seen that one before, but we're still reading good. Got a little echo. I think somebody might have it on speakerphone right now, or it might be watching the pod themselves. But now I think we should. Now that we covered boxing, 'cause that was really it. The biggest thing about it was the Terrence Crawford and Canelo fight. Other than that, it was really a flop of a card, both sides.
Excuse me.
But now, I think we got to start off with the WNBA because you know this podcast, we always support our female sports first. You got love and respect for them. First one we got to start off with is Caitlin Clark. Her Indiana team, I'm telling y'all this year, they stand a chance. They went at it.
Yeah.
They went at it. Dewana Bonner. Kate Mitchell's looking good, and you know Caitlin Clark was looking good her first game back at Iowa.
Oh.
Yeah, she went crazy.
I didn't know that's where shoot they just went. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't really been following that women's NBA like that. I know I kick off right there as soon as they had a draft. They already on to the season.
All right, I got it fixed. Nope, we still got that echo. I don't know what that is. Oh, we're good now. All right, well, whoever just did what they did, shout out to you. But Caitlin Clark was looking good her first game. Haley Von Lith, she came in, had 7 in her first game. Let's see what she did her second game. I'm gonna give you guys her stats, and then I'm gonna let you guys grade how they did their first 2 preseason games. All right. So Haley Von Lith, she had 7 the first game, 3 points the second game. She played 17 minutes the second game. Paige, her first game, played 23 minutes, had 10 points, 2 for 3 from 3.
Ooh. Ooh.
And you know we got to talk about the queen, Asia Wilson. She started off the season with a smooth 19.
Okay.
Oh, there they are. There they are. Had to find our girl Kiki. Kiki started off with 7. 7 in 16 minutes. Second game, she did go for 12 and 20.
Okay.
All right, there's about the. I'll give you those 3 for right now. So you have Haley, Kiki. I can't even remember the other one I just said. Oh, Paige. Of course. How'd I forget about Paige? Silly me. But how y'all think about those first numbers?
I mean, I think they solid so far. You know, it's early.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little bit more production out of Haley personally, but I think so far, I mean, they're playing their role right now. I think it's when the time comes for them to take over, they're gonna take over.
They're gonna take right. I was gonna say that she just had an off game. I mean, coming off 7 points, you know what I mean. But nah, everybody else they
Stop.
had them up and down game. You know, I ain't worried about none of them.
Alright, well, even though we keep popping up an error, it says we sound. I got the text saying we sound good, so we're just gonna ignore that. I'll look into that another time. But yeah, the add on to what you guys said, it's still early. I think Haley will produce more when she gets more opportunities and gets settled in, because for most people who don't know, right after the draft, you maybe have 2 weeks, if that, until the season starts.
Yeah.
So you don't even get real time with the team to learn the plays, learn the moves, and you only get like a handful of preseason games. So yeah, it's still early. But how you guys feel? Because I'm looking at and I got pulled up for the people watching the WNBA page right now. Expansion teams. Golden State, they just started. The Valkyries, they did play their first game. They did lose. But then they got Portland coming next year. And they haven't announced when the team for Toronto's coming.
Oh, okay.
And I did hear some news about Cleveland throwing their hat in the ring for a team, which I think they'd be bringing back an old team that they used to have.
I mean, I support it. Expand.
Get some more. Yeah, hey, it's enough money to start some. Hey, I'll say I'm with it.
Yeah, the more you expand,
some other people were bad.
Exactly. The more you expand, the more fans can actually get out and watch games too, and that just grows the game even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the only.
Hey.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say best way to put it. Like, it's too much talent in the world. Everybody can't be on one team. You know what I mean? Start another team, get some more talent out there.
Exactly. You need to at least have a good 20-team league. Because I don't even think they hit 20 yet. I don't even think they're close. I think they're maybe at like 12, 13.
It's around there.
So I'm all for the growth of the game. I hope they go ahead and speed up and hurry up and get to those teams. I don't know why we're waiting so long. They got the money. I think they're waiting to have the perfect rollout, perfect. They want to do it right, do it big for the one time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But now, these are the topics everybody's been waiting for. We got to start off with the NFL. And before we even start off with the draft, Gentry, you know where I'm going with this. And Kai, I know you probably already read about it.
I already know. Let's talk about it, man.
All right, I want to start off with saying, for y'all who don't know, the Steelers traded George Pickens away to the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm okay with that, in an extent.
Is you?
Let me explain.
You okay with that?
Let me explain.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening, bro.
Okay, so I'm okay. I understand why they had to trade Pickens. I get it. They're two similar type of players as in DK Metcalf and Pickens. Pickens had like 4 or 5, maybe 6 unsportsmanlike conduct. Tomlin's already came out and said Pickens has a target on his back. I like to associate him with the same target as Draymond Green has.
Oh, shit.
So, in that aspect, I understand getting rid of a troublemaker because it's bad for business. But here's on the other hand, I do want to lead off too with this. He was in his final year of his contract, and if y'all know anything about Pittsburgh, they don't like to pay. So I'm gonna let that marinate for you guys. Don't get me talking about what they traded for though. A 2026 third round pick and a 2027 fourth round pick, and that's all y'all got.
Okay, now see that's my problem. I ain't okay with that. I feel Pickens is way better than the third, fourth round pick. But I don't know. I mean, that could just be me though.
How do you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, Dallas wins the trade. I think the Steelers. Yeah, I think the Steelers really they sold the bag on this one. I ain't gonna lie. I think Pickens and DK working together would have been one of the best duos in the NFL.
Come on.
At that point, I don't even care who you put behind the center. Just throw that gentleman up. You feel me? But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the trade. I think the Steelers didn't get the value they deserved. They got rid of a key playmaker. and I think Dallas just became a scary team now.
I completely agree. My bad. I think our recording's gonna be messed up for this pod. It might not be. It keeps reading error on the sound thing. I'll look into that next thing, but we still sound good. But no, the value that you got for a player like George Pickens, that's not nowhere near enough. First off, wide receiver problems. We have DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin the third, some dude named Roman, and I can't
Oh,
even.
one from Michigan. He nice. He just I wouldn't say he got injured. Did he get injured last season?
I couldn't even tell you. They pissed me off halfway through the year. I quit watching. Then I couldn't even tell you who the
Man.
third wide receiver was. So there's my problem. There's my issue. You could
Okay.
have maybe tried to take Dallas's second wide receiver, maybe the third wide receiver. I mean, Dallas is having wide receiver problems too, but they're better than ours. Here's my question though. Do you guys think it was because of his attitude, or do you think it was because we all knew he was gonna get a bag as long as he didn't mess up his bag this year by getting more unsportsmanlike conducts and stuff, he was gonna get paid. And we all know the Steelers don't pay. So which one you think it was? Oh. 1 second. These calls just keep going in and out.
That was my fault, bro.
You're good. Kai, you still here?
I'm still here. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So I'll ask this again. Do you guys think it was George Pickens and his bad attitude and bad reputation? Or do you think it was the fact that as long as he didn't do anything stupid this year, he was going to have to get paid next year? We know the Steelers don't like to give up the bag. Kai, I'll have you go first.
Yeah, I think it was a little combo of both. To be honest, I think the money definitely came first, but when you're a non-like player in the NFL, it's definitely a lot easier to not pay that money. You know what I'm saying? So I think money was definitely first, but then a close second was because of the unsportsmanlike conducts and him just not being a likable player.
Gentry, do you agree?
I do. I know they say Tomlin is like the man with the plan that can deal with a lot of stuff that come into the league. But yeah, I mean at times that mess can get to a team and be a distraction. So
Hey,
hey, I mean y'all had to do what y'all had to do though.
our dude Herb said he thinks it's the latter. So do you think that the latter? I need you to explain more. Do you think it's the fact that is he saying this is the bad attitude or the money? I think it was the money.
Uh,
Herb, if you still here right now, I need you to
I mean, because
elaborate.
you already know the attitude was there, and it could possibly been the money too. But I tell you, like Kai said, Cowboys just got real scary with him for sure.
He said it's. By the way, Herb said it's always the attitude. Always the
There's
attitude.
always the see, and that's what I'm saying. The attitude is been there. He showed that
Last year,
got
how many? Y'all remember when? Fun fact: y'all remember when he tugged that Cowboys face mask at the end of the game?
give me your. He took his mouthpiece. Man, he bullied Newton. From the Browns. I remember that.
But yeah, no. Good news is that dude's no longer there. He actually made a tweet saying God has a plan or something like that because he was like,
Nah.
"I'm no longer there."
Look, I mean, well, I ain't gonna lie, cause I think y'all got some receivers. Y'all even got one of our receivers, little Scooter Scotty. Y'all got speed. Y'all got mad speed in y'all receiving core. So I mean,
You, you,
hey, you
hey,
know,
you're not wrong, but I think we definitely could have got better. Now, let's get into
look,
the draft. And now, the first thing I want to talk about, because I think it has to be the first thing talked about, Shador Sanders fall. I'm not even going to give my reasonings first because I think mine's more of a conspiracy theory type is. So I want to go ahead and hear from Gentry first, Kai second, then I'll go ahead and give mine. Why do
all
you think
right,
Shador
well,
fell?
bro, I mean, you'll never be bigger than the program. You feel me? And I don't know. I honestly don't know why he failed. Like, but it started making sense to me day two after everybody got to passing him up, and I'm like, all right, what's going on here? Like, is the draft like telling us something? They definitely showing us, but man, I don't know. At times I felt. Hello. Oh, all right. Nah, I'm just saying like they was telling us something else, but showing us something different. Then day two, it got to I'm seeing it day two. Like I was actually feeling for him, but I'm like, hey, it happened to the greats. But I just I don't know, bro. It's crazy. That's all I can say. I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, Jen, I think you kind of hit it on the nail, bro. You're not bigger than the program, and I think he came in. That one interview he did or press conference he did really sold it for him. I think. I He came in with a head that was too big, and I think it was necessary for teams to pass on him to kind of put him back down to earth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
yeah.
can definitely agree with that. See, my biggest thing with Shador always was you're a good quarterback. Yeah, yeah. I know we had a little sound problem there, Herb. I appreciate it. We should be back good, but Herb also says it was an example. But Shador always had too big of an ego. You can't, like you guys said, you can't come in bigger than the program. You can't be bigger than what's going on there. Especially as a rookie, you weren't even projected to be the first pick. So like somebody needed to pull him aside and tell him tone it down. But on the other
Yeah, I
hand,
think that's low key on Dion now.
True
I think that's low key on Dion
True definitely had
because
his daddy's attitude.
for sure. And what is Dion saying to him behind closed doors too? You know what I'm saying? That type of mentality is good and all, but you feel me? Like, what type of conversations are they having behind closed doors to where he feels like he's bigger than any opportunity that he can get?
True,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
true.
And they just, I don't think he should have fell to the fifth round. I'm definitely against.
Heck,
I'm definitely against that. You could have took him third. Steelers, you could have took him, but he shouldn't have fell to the fifth. That was too much.
oh, so you feel they was making him suffer? He was definitely making him suffer. That's what I'm saying.
A
Like
little bit.
by day three, I'm like, what?
A little bit. A little bit. A little way to humble him. A little way to set an example.
Hey, I'm gonna put it this way: his talent is first round. His mind space and where he's at mentally is right where he got picked at. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know what?
I'll feel it.
I think you hit it right on the head right there with that.
I'll feel it.
But other than that, how do you guys feel about Tennessee taking Cam? And we'll just start with Cam because I don't even want to go on with the second pick yet. Tennessee to Cam. Do you think Cam was deserving of the first quarterback? And no, I don't think he was the only quarterback taken in the first round.
No, they definitely stuck to the plan. They stuck to the plan. They stuck and got a quarterback that's going to protect the ball and try to get a win every time, and a precision passer. But overall, he definitely protect the ball though. That's what I like my gameplay about him. But they also stuck to the script. I like that pick.
Kai, do you like that pick?
Yeah, I think they got the most NFL ready quarterback in the draft, and that's what they need to rebuild. It's hard to rebuild a team without a quarterback.
Hey, you ain't wrong there. Now, we got to talk about the second pick because not only was it Travis Hunter, the Browns traded their pick away to the Jacksonville Jaguars for the fifth pick.
Sense.
We'll start off with first. Do you think that was a smart trade by the Browns? Kai, you can go first.
Oh, my fault. Nah, not at all. I think the Browns had a great draft. Don't get me wrong; they had a fantastic draft, but they passed on one of those players that you just don't pass on.
You don't pass on, you're up.
Exactly. You pass on what could be one of the best players to ever play the game at his position. So I think what they did was not the right move if I was the GM.
The fans are agreeing. The fans are agreeing at home, watching the chat right now, saying "Stupid Cleveland." They do not agree, and those are Cleveland fans, by the way.
Nice.
Now, do you agree with the Jags saying they gonna let Travis Hunter be Travis Hunter and play both?
They got to get him bigger.
Well, I expect that to be
big boys coming at you.
I expect that to be the whole off-season regimen. Is him lifting and running so he can stay in keeping that, because you can't lose the quickness. You can't lose that. The explosiveness is what makes him him. But you definitely gonna have to put on something.
Yeah, they gotta get him bigger, but I'm just saying he got the speed, but what he gonna do when King Henry coming at you, or something like that? So I mean, but I dig it. He did it. I remember they were saying they weren't gonna let him do it, but I'm glad they letting him do it.
A lot of teams were saying that they were gonna give it the whole like 80-20, 75-25 type situations, Because Travis Hunter was straight up saying that he would quit football if they don't let him play both. And to lose somebody like that because you won't even let him get a shot, I don't think no team wants to lose that high of a draft pick. You feel me?
I never knew that.
Yeah.
No, I'm
He's made
letting him do it though.
He's made some statements, and then we need to just talk about Abdullah Carter for a second. What the hell are you doing trying to get Lawrence Taylor's number? Are they gonna try to get Phil Simms' number, bro? If you don't just start your own legacy, like who do you think you are?
Dang. I ain't hear that one either. That's wild.
Bro, yeah, Lawrence
I'm
Taylor
with you
told
on
him.
that one, though.
Lawrence Taylor told him no. And Phil Simms said, yeah, but the family of Phil Simms said, nah, you ain't retiring that jersey, bro.
Yeah,
You might as well forget about
right.
that.
I feel that. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Create your own legacy. You know, you got you here. They didn't get you here.
Bro,
I
you gonna
don't care. I
go.
wouldn't want to wear nobody's number.
I agree with you, Herb. LT is a GOAT, period. And that's both LTs because LaDainian Thompson was a dog too, all right?
Man, come on now. And a mole.
But why? You're probably touching two of the greatest players to play for New York because Phil Simms actually won a Super Bowl. Is probably one of the most known QBs for the Giants because other than that, you got Eli Manning, is all I know. And then everybody knows LT. Well, you gonna try to touch probably the two best Giants players? You gonna try to unretire their numbers? Bro, you should have picked the scrub that got retired. Maybe he would have said yeah. You feel me though? Like what are you doing?
Yeah, definitely.
You stupid. You were not thinking. Whoever told you that was a smart decision should be fought. I don't agree. Not one bit, not at all. But let's go ahead. I can't. Ooh, how you feel about the Raiders taking Genty?
Excellent pick. The Raiders is coming up on their little offense. I like what they did. And they definitely needed a little second round back to go back there. And yeah, I like that.
Kai, how you feel about Genty to the Raiders?
No, I think it'll be interesting to see if he can keep up what he did in college in the NFL. I mean, the Raiders need it. He's going to get the touches. So it's just whether he's going to prove it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jackson Dart to the Giants. I like it. How do you guys feel about it?
I think he reminds me a lot of Eli Manning. I'm not gonna lie. He's a slinger. He don't care to really he don't care to let the ball fly. So I think it'll be a good look for him.
Hey, and you got Malik out there on the side as your number one, and you know he gonna want it at all times. So I think that's gonna be a little interesting combination. But Kai, you kind of hit on my last question I had for this whole draft. How do you guys feel about the Browns' overall draft? Because, like Kai said, I liked it. You got two quarterbacks who have got things done.
Yeah.
And Gabriel and Shador. You went and picked up another edge rusher, if I remember correctly. And then you picked up who's that Ohio State running back?
Junkies.
The Junkies. I'll take that back. My fault.
They picked up him after letting go of Chubb.
And they got that tight end, Arnold.
Yeah, they got
Finnegan, I think that's what it is, from Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm.
You think Cleveland got something going? Now that you know they finally might have answered their quarterback situation?
I do.
Herb, have some.
I think the only thing that would have completed their draft was Travis Hunter.
Hey, know what? Because Will Campbell, he gonna be nice. Don't get me wrong. I think they're trying to find the next Joe Thomas, if you ask me. But could you imagine Travis Hunter on that team, that young team that you're about to put together?
Right.
then maybe a Shador Travers connection again in the NFL. You already saw what they could do in college.
Right.
It is what it is, but I think if you put Travis Hunter in the spot for Will Campbell, I give it an A plus all around.
I agree. I give it an A plus. I give it an A minus without Travis Hunter. I still think it's a solid
There you
draft
go.
for them. Yeah, I still think it's a real solid draft. I think they filled. Yeah, they buffed up both sides. They filled the holes they needed to fill. They shouldn't have any quarterback questions because you got two of them. And they're two of the better quarterbacks in the draft, so I think they'll be all right.
So you do like Dylan Gabriel, Kai? Because I was iffy on
Yeah,
him,
I'm a big
but
fan of Dylan
now
Gabriel.
that I've looked more at his stats and his play, I can't hate on the man.
It took me a second to grow on him. I ain't gonna lie, because he has so many playmakers around him.
Gentry,
And I'm like,
scoot
all
up a little
right,
closer.
hey. He has so many playmakers around him. So I'm like, all right, I don't know. But then I watched him. I said, all right, yeah, he know what he doing. He know what he doing.
You the truth.
You know what he doing.
Did Tampa do anything good with their draft? I didn't really watch Tampa.
Nah, but we definitely took Mbuka. But they talking about
Ooh, that's nice.
Godwin ain't really, yeah, because Godwin ain't he ain't really all the way healed like that. They don't know how they gonna really play him.
I mean, my man's been hurt forever. What do you expect?
True. But after they took McMillan, like you said, we should have did. I think that's what we was gonna do. But Titans came right back up and took him, or the Jags take him. One of them took him.
The McMillan. Hold on 1 second. I got the draft pulled up. Let me go back to the first round. Go ahead and continue on.
Okay, but yeah,
Panthers. Territory McMillan.
Panthers took him, right, because they put him out there with Thielen. I take that back. That's my fault. But yeah, we came right back and took Mbuka and shocked the shit out of me though.
Hey, Baker Mayfield and Mbuka and Mike Evans. And I know you got a tight end. I just can't think of it right now.
Otten. Yeah, Otten. But nah, I like what we did on defense though. That was my thing. Like I was like, we need so much on defense. We came back. We got Harrison from Notre Dame.
Okay.
We came back. We got another corner from I want to say TCU.
You're forgetting the most important signing.
Kansas.
And he wasn't a part of the draft.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Nah, I'm trying to think of birds.
Shallow.
Yeah.
Shallow.
Hey, come on now. But they like everybody keeps asking me about that. I believe we gonna develop Shiloh into something real good. Though. Shiloh got a bright future.
Hey,
like Shador got a bright future.
If you can get the man to quit trying to hit like he's Sean Taylor size when he's not, he is not Ed Reed Sean Taylor as much as he wants to be. And shout out to Sean Taylor's son, I think it is, that got invited to the mini camps for the Redskins. A lot of sons actually got invited to the teams that daddies played for mini camps. I just can't remember all of them, but I do know that he was.
Shout out to your squad. Tomlin drafted his son. Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, Tomlin drafted his son. Yeah.
That one. Did Ryan Clark's son end up going to the Steelers too? Undrafted, or did he end up getting not signed at all?
See, man, look, I keep hearing about so many sons was in the draft. I'm like, what?
If you go and look at the college right now, basketball and the draft and the unsigned free the people signed after the draft, you'll see that there
Yeah.
are a lot of sons coming up in the league right now. Like a lot of kids that their daddy was a big name at their sport that they're playing. You're seeing the next
Okay.
generation.
Okay. Yeah. But nah, not to get off the topic, but nah, I like what we did on the defensive side though. We touched the corners, the safeties, D linemen, linebackers, and shit finished it off. Well, we started it off with Mbuka on the offense. But yeah, I like it. I'll give us a solid A for sure.
All right, all right. Well, as long as you're proud with your team's draft, that's all that matters. Now, we got to finish off the pod with basketball because we didn't get to talk any first round at all. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the series. First one, I got to lead it off with. How do y'all feel about that Rockets Golden State series? I loved every living second of it. It was everything I wanted and then some.
I like way slept on the Rockets. That's how I feel, and they showed me different.
Bro, their defense.
I'm like, man, come on, like y'all letting these cats freaking hang around with y'all. Curry, do something.
Hey, it's bad when Curry gives them praise at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Kai, how'd you feel about that series?
Yeah, I think the Rockets stepped a little harder than anybody thought they would.
And I think
and I think they proved that in two years they're going to be the face of the NBA. Because they're still young, they got a lot of talent. As long as they can keep that talent together, mark my words, in 2 years they're going to be putting rings on their fingers.
I can definitely agree. And Fred VanVleet, I wrote you off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You are that guy still. All right. Automatic.
You can't never sleep on Van Fleet. Van Fleet was always that man, even in Toronto. Van Fleet
automatic.
Man, he always been a baller to me.
But I gotta give a shout out to Golden State. But realistically, I gotta give a shout out to Stephen Curry, because my man, led the team in scoring, assists, and looking at this, he was second in reboundings. He had averaged a 5.9.
Hold on, who you say?
Steph Curry. And Jimmy Butler averaged 6 rebounds. And Butler was the leading rebounder. So Steph was rebounding, passing, scoring with the messed up thumb.
Oh wow. See, and I was calling for game 6 or 5 when I was at your house. I'm like, man, Curry, do it to him, boy.
Hey, but
I was looking for that 30-point game elimination, but no, the Rockets weren't going.
You ain't wrong. Hey, Jalen Green, Kai, how do you feel about Jalen Green? I'll let you start this off. How do you feel about Jalen Green's performance this playoff? You're supposed to be the guy.
I mean, that's just that young inexperience, if you ask me.
Okay.
I still think Jalen Green is that guy. Don't get it twisted, but I think with time he will learn how to take over those moments and not kind of back down. Or
so he won't turn into a James Harden of the playoffs.
Exactly. I think he'll learn how to take over those moments and seize those moments, like your Currys, like your KDs, like
your Buddy Hills,
like your LeBrons. You know what I'm saying?
Question mark. But we'll talk about that in a second. But go on.
Said Buddy Hield.
Hey, those last 2 games he played, the first game of the new series, and the closeout game, my man's averaging I think they said 26 points, 30 points.
You're gonna have to, because Curry's out for a week. So,
hey, do you think that affects tonight's game, which we'll go ahead and lead off into their first game with the Timberwolves? You lost Curry second quarter, and then a man named Buddy Hield steps up and goes crazy with the help of Jimmy Butler doing it all. Even Draymond Green had 18 points.
Yeah.
Can they sustain that without Curry?
Yeah. I
Nope.
mean, somebody gonna always have to step up when losing a key part like that. And Buddy Hill, he can shoot for sure. Don't let him get hot or don't let him get going, or y'all gonna have a long day. My brother would say, my buddy.
But Kai, how do you feel?
Yeah, nah.
Do they think they can keep it rolling?
No, Jimmy Butler, you are not in the East no more, big dog. It's the West. The Timberwolves are nobody to sleep on. Obviously, we all know that. They're calling Ant the legend killer.
Hey, I'm so glad you said that because let's talk about how Ant took out LeBron and Luca handled them.
Oh wait.
They're calling him the killer.
Took out KD. KD ain't been the same since they lost. Took out LeBron. Took out Luca. Took out LeBron and Luca this year. And now you get Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler. Go ahead.
I saw Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce talking about this on their podcast. And my opinion, Ant will take over the NBA if he can pull off another run like he did last year. Even without the ring, I think he'll still be the face of the NBA if he pulls off the run that he's on right now. I mean, you saw LeBron and Luka handle them easy. You got Curry and Jimmy, and next series you're going to face probably Oklahoma City. Yeah, you're probably going to see Oklahoma City, and they ain't nothing to sleep about either. So I mean, you got to give him the face of the NBA if he can keep this run again.
I'm already saying that American-wise, he's definitely taken over as the new face of the league. And just as I thought, sorry for the fans, this one isn't going to make it on Apple. I had a feeling our sound recording was going to get a little messed up. I'll figure that out for the next one. But I was already giving him the face of the league besides SGA. I was already giving Ant that title.
I think if he completes his run, you put him above SGA though.
You ain't wrong, especially if they knock off SGA, which we need to talk about because they might not even get to play the Thunder because the other two teams we got to talk about in the first round. Hey, I'm just going off of how the game looked. Because we don't need to talk about the first round with the Thunder. They did exactly what they needed to do with the Grizzlies. We'll just skip right over that. But I will start off with the Nuggets and Clippers. That series, just like we called Game 7, like we all knew it was going to come down to.
Yeah.
And once again,
it was a good series.
James Harden went for 10 points in Game 7.
Come on, man. Hey, I should have listened to you.
I told you.
I should have listened to you. He sold me so bad, boy. He sold me.
Bro, this man, Kai, he going to call me about a bet, right? He go, hey, you think Harden going to go for such and such? I looked at my phone. I said, bro, it's Game 7. No. So I think he was saying like 20 points. No. I said no.
Yeah.
And he had to take it because it was a part of a whole line or something. But I was like, that one's going to screw you.
Oh, that man, James Harden, Captain Croak in the playoffs, man.
Bro, he just...
I don't know what he's doing when playoff time comes.
Bro, not a clue. Like, get it together, my dog. Get it together. But...
You're right.
The Nuggets look like the Nuggets... Game 7, they look like the dominant team that we known them to be. Then they came and faced the Thunder Game 1. They ended up winning that one. How do you guys feel about how the first game between the Thunder and the Nuggets went, because it was 121 to 119.
I liked it. I loved every bit of it. They was going.
The two battles for MVP finalists,
Right.
and not to cut you off, but SGA went for 33, 10 rebounds, 8
Mm-hmm.
assists.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic went for 42, 22 rebounds, 6 assists.
22 goddamn rebounds.
Yep.
When I looked at it, he had 20. I'm like, man, what? Bro. But you could tell he was tired, though. I don't know what he's going to do tonight, but you could tell Joker was tired last game.
You ain't wrong. How'd you feel about that first game between the Thunder and Nuggets?
Yeah, Thunder's in 6, man. I think Jokic did expose Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein for being soft. But the Thunder can't hang with SGA and Jalen Williams.
I understand what you meant, though.
Not a right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, the Nuggets. Yeah, they can't hang with SGA and Jalen Williams. So I still think Thunder in 6.
Gentry, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, and
OKC, they're too much for a lot of people in the league.
You ain't wrong, and I see you, Neil. He done went and tagged you, Gentry, your boy, out here watching us right now.
Okay.
And we gonna talk. My guy. Don't you worry. But I'm gonna make the shocker right here, because I'm all about going against the grain. I'll put it to you this way: if Jamal Murray can get hot and Jokic somehow finds out to keep this motor going like this, I think the Nuggets could run him for a 7-game series. Then I think it's going to come down to experience, and the Nuggets have the better experience in the Game 7 situation. So if the Thunder can close it in 6, I can see the Thunder. But if this goes to Game 7, I'm giving it to the Nuggets. I'm giving it to the experience and Joker.
Westbrook, them out there, everybody balling for the Nuggets right now. Gordon, Westbrook.
Bro, you feel me? So you cannot let it go to Game 7.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, for sure.
Kai, how do you feel about that one?
I can agree with that. I don't think it will get to a Game 7, personally. I think Thunder about to put belt to ass tonight.
I understand, but
I think they might put belt to ass the next 3 games, low key. But if it does get to Game 7, I can see your perspective. I think Joker and Jamal Murray take over a Game 7 and could potentially put them away.
All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and move to the East. We don't got to talk about the Cavs and Heat series, because once again, the Cavs did everything they were supposed to.
Belt to ass.
We got to talk about the Pacers Bucks, because that was not the Pacers I was expecting. Not at all.
Definitely.
That was new for me. How did you feel about the Pacers first round, Kai? And then you go ahead, Gentry.
I think people sleep on the Pacers, man. Too much. Them boys can hoop over there in Indiana, man. Don't get it twisted. I'm a big fan of Tyrese Halliburton. He's one of my favorite guards in the NBA right now. I think him by himself taking Indiana where they are should be recognized, and then Pascal Siakam obviously is playing good ball too. So.
Yeah,
You're
sleeping on them.
No,
they came out and showed me Game 1.
See, that's the problem. You can't sleep on the Pacers, because they got Siakam, who
I see
is
that.
an experienced
Oh no
veteran.
no no no. Yeah.
Naismith, Neesmith, my bad. Neesmith is coming around. Halliburton's gonna do Halliburton things. I'm looking. I'm looking right now in their 6 game stats. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in double digits.
Mm,
With Halliburton averaging 11 assists right now, 11.8. So we'll just round it up to 12.
yeah.
You can't sleep on it, and I
Might even
think.
get even more than that.
And now we'll go on to the second round matchup, which I know everybody's talking about right now. Cleveland, Indiana. Indiana came out, punched them right in their mouth. Now, Hunter,
Yeah.
I think, didn't play, and Garland didn't play the first game.
Yeah.
Then Mobley, Hunter, and Garland sat out the second game. But here's my question
They
for
did what?
they sat out, but now here's my question for y'all. You lose 2 at home. You let Halliburton hit the game-winning shot and stay hot game 2. Can you afford to sit that game 2 out and go down 2-0 heading back to Indiana? Because now you got to win at least. You got to win 1 or 2. You got to win 2, in my
You
opinion.
got to.
You got to win both back. You got to steal those back. Because if you go down 3, you're not winning this series. How do you guys feel?
I'm with you, but I believe they going. I think they about to go on a little run. You know, I don't know. I mean, it was a shocker to me. Like I'm like, dang, why everybody sitting out? Like he out. Oh my goodness. But I'm like, I don't know. I didn't expect that last night.
Kai,
I thought for sure Cleveland was gonna get their little punch back first game. Then you do a second game. Oh man.
you ain't wrong, G. Now, Kai, I ask you the same question. Could Cleveland afford to go down 2-0 like that and lose the first 2 games at home?
The answer is no. We talked about the Cavs a couple pods ago, and I said if they stay healthy, they're the most dangerous team in the NBA. The problem is they need to stay healthy. Well, they ran into not being healthy, and we see what it does. You know what I'm saying? They need all their weapons on the floor to be as effective as they were in the regular season. Down 2-0, I think he dug a hole that's a little bit too deep. With Garland and Mobley being banged up, I think. Unfortunately, the Cavs are not going to do it this year. I see the Pacers sending them home in 6 or 7.
And it's crazy to me because, in my opinion, this was the Cavs' best shot. They looked probably the best they looked since, not even probably, the best they've looked since LeBron was in his prime with Cleveland. I think they lost 17 games total. 64 wins or something like that. So they did their thing. This could have been their year. Now, if it's a serious injury, I understand sitting it out. But if it's just a minor injury, boy, if you don't lace them shoes up and go play on that court, this is your chance to win a ring. Because them young guns are coming up on these other teams, as we just talked about the Rockets, the Pacers. Teams are getting better. This was your chance. Your team was looking great. Every player was playing good. If it was a minor injury, you should have at least tried to lace it up. You can't sit.
Mobley was out with a sprained left ankle.
All right, don't play that one. Anything worse, he done.
Hunter dislocated the thumb on his right shooting hand.
Oh man, I don't want to hear that. Kobe done play with every finger dislocated. Next. I think Garland, he has a sprain something.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look for now is Garland.
That's
But
what I'm saying. Like all of this was out of the blue though. Like
But that was Garland's third straight game of postseason missed.
I did see that. Like Garland,
come
bro,
on.
you starting to become the James Harden of the playoffs, bro. You just ain't never around when the team needs you, bro.
But see, exactly, and see, this the thing I've been saying all season. How Garland been balling all season. I said they don't need this Garland in the playoffs. They need that Garland in the playoffs.
And they are not getting that Garland in the playoffs.
No.
So, but the wrap it up with this one, I really think the Cavs dug themselves a hole. I don't know if they can get out of
Yeah.
it. I will be shocked if they do. The team will have to come back healthy these next two games. If Garland and Mobley sit out, you're done. It's over. It's over. You don't have a LeBron James on the team to go without your two star players. All right, the team's not built like that.
Donovan Mitchell tried though, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, that man is a saving grace to Cleveland. But we always knew Donovan Mitchell was that guy. He just never had a solid team in Utah, and we all know how that West is. You need a solid 5, maybe 6, 7. 6, 7. But like I said,
How y'all feel about Rudy Gobert and the way he's playing though?
you know what? I'm so mad that I skipped right over that with the Minnesota series.
He's been popping off, man. I think he's finally proven
It's
that
about
he's
damn
worth that
time.
paycheck that he signed for.
It's about time, bro. You are so tall. You could play defense. Now, has it been exposed a couple times? A lot of times, yes. But you're still defensive player of the year winner multiple times. You're that big and you couldn't be good on offense, bro? You are a liability on offense? Come on. That just don't make sense. It don't make sense. So shout out to Rudy for getting it going. Now, how do we... Now, I really want to talk about this one. Knicks Pistons.
Hold on. Say that again.
Knicks Pistons. Game 5. No.
Uh,
That was game 6.
that was another
Game 6.
crazy series, bro.
Cade Cunningham makes the move, top of the key, hits Malik Beasley wide open, and you throw it out of bounds.
Yeah. I did that the last game, and Malik smacked that dog.
Supposed to say you the best shooter, better shooter than Curry, all this, that, and the third. You had your chance to cement it, and you couldn't catch the wide open pass?
That's my boy Neil. Hey, that's Neil's squad.
And then right before that, it was shaky for the Thompson twins at the end of both series. Now, Amin, he did do some scoring game 7. He was trying to do his best, but the other brother, he got put on an island with Jalen Brunson, and this man shook him out of his shoes, left him.
Hey, that's Brunson though. Brunson was doing that the whole game, the whole series. Even when I heard he came right back in. Yeah. Man. Hey, every game was crazy in that series, bro. Every game.
You ain't wrong, Kyle. How'd you feel about that series?
Hey, that boy Jalen Brunson, man, that might have been one of the coldest game winners I've ever seen.
Hey, that's got to be up there with Kimba's step back. The way he broke dude off, that's got to be up there with Kimba's step back.
And he ain't break off of nobody. He broke off somebody known to play defense too. You know what I'm saying?
The Thompson brothers are known to play defense. That's what they make their living off of. And he broke.
Exactly.
That's a get left off the screen in 2K.
Exactly. I think Jalen Brunson, he showed that he's the real deal in New York. I think a lot of people, when he first went over there, they really slept on him. They didn't think that he could take the Knicks anywhere, but I think he's really proven that he's that guy. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong, and as you saw, and as we said, they hit the game winner. They moved on. Celtics did what they needed to do against the Magic, so we don't need to talk about that. Game 1 of the Knicks Celtics series. How'd y'all feel about that? That one we got to talk about. Winning the overtime. Knicks pull it out 108 to 105.
Another crazy one, for real. I'm kind of mad I'm missing it right now.
To update you, it's 86-81 Boston, but New York has been climbing back from, I want to say, like a 15 point deficit. It's in the fourth quarter now.
Okay. Yeah, but nah, good game. These games, I ain't expect for the playoffs to be going like this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Kai, how do you want to add on to that?
No, I think he hit it on the mark. I mean, these playoffs are going crazy early. Normally we see, normally it doesn't really get good until we start getting to the semifinals and the conference finals, and then obviously the NBA finals. But I think it was popping early. I think a lot of teams showed that the top dogs aren't as unbeatable as we thought. With the Celtics going down early, the Cavs going down game 1, the Thunder going down game 1. I think a lot of these teams with experience are showing that these top dogs aren't as unbeatable as we thought.
Hey, I definitely agree with you there. And for y'all who don't know, which Kai surprised me with this one, he did know this one. For the first time in history, 4 road teams won the first game of the series. Round of applause for those road teams. Hold up. Let's give them a round of applause. They deserve it. This is what I want. This is what we've been waiting for, though. Like, the NBA has been, as everybody knows, has been going down. Everybody thinks it's been going up. It's been going down. Baseball's been slowly creeping up, taking its spot. The WNBA and women's sports in general is creeping up.
Taking off.
So the NBA was in a decline. As you see, they changed the All-Star game to try to bring back something. I think this might do it. Because I think there's going to be some rivalries after a couple of these Game 7s. Like, we already knew about the Rockets and Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
But the Knicks and Pistons,
a couple of these
I think that got restarted.
Like
I think the Knicks and Pistons rivalry got restarted with the playoff series that they.
Oh yeah. No, I think they already been up there with each other though.
But this just made it more interesting now because next year they gunning for him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, some of these players don't even like each other though.
That's what makes it good. Quit being that, bro. Kobe was never friend to friend with anybody on the court. Neither was Jordan. You feel me? And that's when basketball was good. They didn't care about being buddy on the court. High fiving, making plans, banana boat gang, this, that, and the third. They were punching each other in the face, getting into full out fights, and then going to hang out afterwards. And I think we kind of get that energy of there's no more everybody love everybody kumbaya in the NBA. But am I wrong?
Who was that? That was about to. It was a couple fights happening like first right before. No, them was the play-in games. I'll take that back. Play-in games was getting heated.
We always know Draymond Green was good for about 2 fights every series, and he already had about 3. Hold up, time out. I gotta ask you guys. Kai, I want you to go first because I think we talked about this a little bit. You remember when Draymond Green kicked that dude in the head? I think it was. Do you think that was purpose? Do you think that was purpose?
You say yes.
Draymond's a demon, bro. That's a straight YN. You're a demon.
He did more than in the head, man. He just stepped on a few.
I guess the better question is Draymond a dirty player?
Yes.
Is he so dirty that there is no more love for him? Like it's just straight villain, all hate, or do you like it?
I mean, I don't think it's all hate. I think it's his demon activity comes from the emotion of the game, not him being a malicious person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he just gets the emotions get caught up. He starts going, and shit happens. So I don't think it's all hate, all villain era. I just think that bro probably missed a couple therapy sessions.
Yeah, he ain't going. Y'all ain't about to be bullying me.
I think he as my mom likes to tell me, short person syndrome. And yes, Draymond Green is like 6'9", but he plays a center position at 6'9", so he's the short person among them big bodies that he's guarding. I think he's just trying to maybe show hey, I stand on business. All right, you ain't gonna push me around because I'm little. We gonna fight.
Oh, excuse me.
So I think he got a little short people syndrome, as my mom likes to tell me. Sorry for all short people who might take offense to that. I apologize. But all right, final question. I think this is my final question for you guys. Out of everything you see, oh, by the way, Knicks are down 1 now with 2 minutes left and just got the rebound.
Wow.
Celtics are 0 field goals in the last 6.5 minutes.
Damn, ain't cold.
Brunson going to work. But everything you've seen so far, who's the final predictions now? And Brunson just took the lead. First lead of the night. Who do you got in your finals now? Now that we starting to see game 1 how it went, you're starting to see the Cavs, they might not pull it off. Who we got? Kyle, you go first. Because I know Gentry going to think about it.
I like the Thunder still. Yeah, I like the Thunder still out the West. I think they'll stand on business and handle what they got to handle. But the East, man, I got to go with the Knicks. I think if they beat the Celtics, they beat the Pacers next series, because I don't think the Cavs got it in them to come back. I think the Knicks have the best chance to make it out the East right now.
All right, Gentry. Do you agree? Or do you disagree?
I agree. You nailed it. And those, as well, I already told you who my sleeper team was coming after the Cavs anyway, was the Knicks. So, it all makes sense. I think although the Cavs will make a run and fight back, they ain't got no choice because, oh man, come on, man, this is heartbreaking right here, man. These injuries in the playoffs killed a lot of teams last season, and they're gonna do it again this season.
Not to interrupt you, Knicks are on a 21-2 run, 89-86, 45 seconds left.
Wow.
But I do like the Thunder, even though I still think if it somehow slips to Game 7, it's going to be the Nuggets. I do like the Thunder just because they're young and hungry, and they know how to play together. They already have it figured out what the Rockets are trying to still complete. The next step the Rockets have to make, I think the Thunder already made with their young core. So I got to give it to the Thunder. As much as I want to say Indiana, just because, I was just watching a thing where Reggie Miller was Steven Jackson apologized to Reggie Miller for never getting him that one because of the malice in the palace and everything. And they were breaking down on the pod together. I'd love to see Indiana, finally get a chance, get back in the finals, do something. But who's stopping Jalen Brunson? I'm trying to see if the Celtics can stop Jalen Brunson this last drive.
They too much.
And one, call it.
Too much, bro.
But I gotta agree. Thunder Knicks finals. But I'm giving it to the Thunder still.
He's still getting the
Bro, because the
That's about
Thunder
right. Shay gonna get his.
Thunder can play
Shay gonna
defense.
get his.
That's the difference. All
Mhm.
5 of the Thunder can play defense. Even though Jokic kind of exposed Chet and Hartenstein, I don't think Al Horford is doing not Al Horford. I don't think Cat is doing that. Let's just be honest.
If I'm not mistaken, Jokic and Chet or Sabonis and Chet, they got like beef going on. So, but yeah, it's 2 of them that got like bad blood. But yeah, nah, I'm with you though. I believe it. Knicks and OKC.
But like I said, I give it to the Thunder just because of the defenses. Cavs aren't doing it, bro. Just forget about it. Cavs are. I'm not giving them the broom because Mitchell ain't gonna let that happen. But I've seen enough Cavs fans say it's over. You know when a Cleveland fan gives up hope, the hope is over.
Dang.
Let's just be honest. They the strongest.
They can't give up hope.
They got the most hope.
Yet.
I've never seen a team
they do
go without winning and still be louder than teams that have won multiple championships. All right, their fan base don't get rocked. Let's just be real. Name a Cleveland fan that has stopped liking Cleveland ever.
They have update. Jason Tatum just took the lead back with 18 seconds. Next call timeout.
Oh, you're a little bit ahead of me, you dirty dog. A little bit ahead of me. Oh wait, I had my TV rewinded. That's on me. Well, that was a nice dunk though. Hey, I'm telling you guys, you're missing probably one of the better playoffs it's been in a while. In a long time. There's a clear favorite in the West, but there's no clear favorite in the East. There's no clear favorite in the East. I'll be the first to say it.
No, they ain't. That's why I like the East. You never know who coming out.
That's because half the team's like the Bucks. Let's talk about the Bucks real quick.
Oh,
is Giannis leaving?
Crazy too.
Yes, that boy got to get out.
Hey, he did not hesitate with that one.
We talked about this before. For Giannis' mental health, he needs to get out of Milwaukee.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about time for Milwaukee to reset.
Go ahead and give it a Dame. You got rid of Chris. Go ahead and get rid of Giannis. Trade him. Don't let him leave for free agents. Try to trade that fool so you can get some actual players from him. You let him slip away the free agents, it's over. You might be rebuilding for a little bit. So go ahead, trade him. Do what you need to do, but I'm glad we're all in agreement that it's time to blow up the Bucks. It's not good. Other than that,
definitely.
Do you guys feel like we missed anything? Ooh, Kai, I do want to ask you about how you feel about Max Fried going crazy right now. I think that was the picture for the Yankees that I read about.
Yeah, I am. Max Fried. I wasn't expecting it. I'll tell you that. I didn't think he had it in him. But Yankees are looking good right now. I'd like to see us take out the Dodgers in the World Series this year, but we'll see. But no, we're looking good.
I'm glad you mentioned the Dodgers too, because I saw their one pitcher is finally coming on.
Okay, Sasaki?
Yeah, I wasn't even going to attempt to say that name. We all know I suck with names.
Yeah, he alright though.
We're watching the greatest team ever assembled right here. Just like the Avengers of baseball, man.
If they stay healthy and I don't even know if they stay hot, because I think you can afford like three, 4 players to go cold and it still be okay.
That's the thing, though, is they're winning right now, and none of their big names are really that hot.
Well, that says everything right there. I think that just hit the nail on the. We just hit whatever that saying is. I tried to think about it, but I'm not
You
good.
hit the head on it. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Knicks did it. They blocked Jason Tatum at the
wow.
end. Hey, hold up, time out. Malik Bridges. How he wasn't in the defense player of the year talk, and how this man continues to just play with no breaks. It needs to be studied because his defensive stance right here just helped win the game. Last game he stole it.
Yeah.
Last game he stole it from Brown. This game he blocked Tatum. How is this man not talked about for defense? Because everything I'm seeing is shut down. And he doesn't come out of the game. And he's never missed a game since junior high. Junior high, he has never missed a game. Round of applause to Malik. All right. I don't know what that man.
That's crazy.
I don't know what that man's resume is.
I got to give it up for him because he played for. I don't know why we traded him to him.
Hey, Knicks are happy. Knicks are happy you got you let him.
Damn.
You let him
Man,
go.
Brooklyn is so dumb, bro. I hate us, bro. We dumb.
Ben Simmons was gonna be your savior, but we ain't gotta talk about him. But Jalen Brunson went for 17.
Oh my God. Man. Oh, okay.
So now I guess I can ask this: Knicks, Celtics, are the Celtics gonna force a game 7?
Shoot. They on that. Yeah, nah, they should fight back, but they on that. You know, they still on that championship hangover.
I feel like Kai. Do you think they forced the game 7?
I don't think so, man.
Because now
I think they're down and out.
Yeah, they done it now. They on that championship hangover.
So now, Kai, I'll start with you. Both top dogs in the East down 2-0. Did you see this coming?
Hell no. I think everybody going into the playoffs thought for sure that the road was paved for the Cavs and the Celtics to play in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I didn't see it coming. I love to see what the top dogs do, though. How do you respond when you get punched in the mouth? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this is the best time to see it now. I think we done covered about everything. Anything we missed, Kai?
I got nothing else, man. I'm hyped the Steelers picked up Jack Sawyer. I'll tell you that.
I can agree.
Yeah, it was those States players going off everywhere.
I mean,
Big draft for old State Buckeyes.
I mean that was expected though. Gentry, did we miss anything you like to add?
What's up, bro?
Anything you like to add before we go ahead and call it a night?
Oh nah, shit. Nah, we touched everything, brother.
There's something I want to add, and it's not podcast related at all. Ashley came home with this thing called a Gatorade mashup. It's
a what?
Gatorade mashup. It's Cool Blue and Fruit Punch mixed in one.
Holy crap!
Hey,
now, does she make this? You know, she crafty.
She did it, but
food side.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
She said she did. All right, that's why I'm asking.
This tastes good. It tastes good.
All right, so I gotta try it. I gotta check it out. I'm gonna go check it out for sure.
But other than that, remember to like and share the pod. We appreciate all the support and everything we've been getting.
Yes, sir.
We are working on.
Love, man.
Yes, sir. And we are working on getting those shirts for the podcast. We might be trying to work on getting them out to you guys if you guys want some, but just give us time. we still got to figure some things out just for ourselves because you know we gotta hook ourselves up. Gotta come looking right for the pod. I can't wait to see that. Once again, I'll throw the logo up real quick. But other than that, just remember to like and share the pod. We'll be back next Wednesday because with the playoffs and everything going, I think we need to. We should come back next week and just until we get to about the conference finals when it gets spread out. That's when we'll go back to 2 weeks. But we'll be back next week. And always remember, stats don't lie. We out.
Peace.
Peace.